Welcome back to the ESL Pro League Season 7, live from the Intel Esports Arena where the world is watching. We're back for map number 2 between Space Soldiers and Heroic. Quite a fast, quick first map. We like to get it done and dusted as soon as possible here on the B stream, but will that be the same story for Train Snots?
Yeah, obviously on the B stream, a lot of the times we're getting, you know, your tier 1s versus, or the top teams versus the lesser teams. Obviously, not expected to be the most competitive matchups on the B stream as well. We cast them, right? But, you know, coming into this one, we're thinking, okay, right, on paper, Heroic, what, 12th ranked in the world? I actually don't know what Space Soldiers, but it'd be around that as well, like, definitely top 15. So you're thinking, okay, evenly matched teams, could be a great game, you know, 16-12s, we can really get into it, emotionally invest into this matchup. And the fact it's just a blowout as well.
It's a repeat of yesterday, that's what it is. We had two 16-5s, a 16-2, a 16-6.
The 16-14 was great, but also the game before that, the Na'Vi, it was on Inferno, Na'Vi versus Hellraiser 16-6. I mean, yeah, so it's a shame.
That game felt a little bit closer.
It was fun, though. It was fun, yeah.
And we were just saying, actually, after that game, Space Soldiers are a team where even if you get a 16-1, if you're Space Soldiers, I still enjoy watching that match because Space Soldiers are so interesting. They never, like some teams, if they're just stomping, they'll just be running defaults and just really simple strats and just shooting people, not running anything intricate. But Space Soldiers, because they don't care. They literally will run and execute every single round. And it's always really interesting to watch Space Soldiers, especially on their best map of Cobble. So, great map from them. Boon to Train, another strong map, especially for Calyx. You know, we've got that AWP obviously in play we've got to watch out for as well. Yugi, great responsive AWP on that T side. Very interested to see what Heroic show this time. Hopefully we get to see them on the T side. Obviously it's not favoured, but we didn't see any of their T side of the previous map.
That's a good point as well, right? If you think about when you're trying to plug in a player, new roster shuffle, new roster change, sorry, not the shuffle. You know, Rabina first attack, right? So you're thinking, okay, well, he can play freestyle and looser on his CT side because he can make his own decisions and do what he wants to in his own way. He can be independent, right? Have autonomy over his own plays. T side, you're thinking, okay, now he has to abide by our rules and be a part of our system and play into how we want to, you know, dictate our T sides. The question is, for me, we never even saw their T sides. You know, God forbid what we saw on the CT side where you can play looser. This can be very hard for Rogue to try and fix these problems ASAP.
Definitely, and same odds as well for this matchup.
I mean, I said the Space Soldiers odds were great. I mean, I thought it would have been, sorry to interrupt, I thought on Cobblestone it'd be a 1.4 to 2.5 maybe.
Oh, God. What was that? It's generous, I think.
Cough button there for that, or a burp button as well,
no, that was a cough. That was a cough.
I'm professional.
I know, how dare I fired. No, I think that's generous, at least for the first map. Coming into this, I'd say that's not crazy. I don't think this will be a 16-1 this map. I think this will be a closer one. I hope to see Heroic actually put up some rounds. It really does depend on that momentum start. If we see Space Soldiers T-side pistol win it, boom, 3-0. Who knows what can happen? We just saw that on Cobblestone. But hey, I think if Heroic can get off to a good start, we can certainly see a closer game. So I'd say those odds fit a little bit more with the narrative this matchup. Yeah,
most definitely. And I think to allude to what you said earlier as well about Calyx on this map, T-side, Calyx seems to, it seems like, you know, players have their own home maps, right?
Yeah.
Zentara's on Cobblestone, we just witnessed that. His play towards drop is almost second nature to himself. For me, Calyx on T-side Train is so good at getting out towards Olof, getting out towards the sandwich area, towards Green Train, and getting the first frag. So he makes a massive impact on the T side. So actually it's going to be the CT side start for Space Soldiers. So we're going to be saving that one for later. Here's one I made earlier, though. It's going to be the CT defense from Space Soldiers.
Delicious stuff as we go into the pistol round engine with the utility and the kit. He's going to be sat up back Ivy as we have a heavy A stack to start things off, at least with 3 players. Not too heavy at least. Aggression up towards B though for the Heroic side. They've got most players here. Yugi just trying to create a bit of a distraction down Olaf, but it seems like a fake. Unless maybe he finds a pick, they might hit down the pop dog, but instead they just walk into B. So Paz finds Yugi on the flank. No one to worry about there. Major on the back of the site drops the bomb, and that's good now because the CTs have man advantage. They can rotate back in, although quickly flip back around. 2 kills on the T side. Snappy trying to follow up with some damage, but he won't find the kill. It's Engine with 2 swift headshots, leaving just Moddy in a 1v2.
Okay, has a Molotov, so we can actually ricochet the Molotov off of the door onto the bomb plant, but look at the smoke right now onto Engine as well. 3 HP, diffuse kit and smoke will nullify any effect from that Molotov.
Yeah, they spot them both though. He knows exactly where they're coming from. If he can just find a way to get up this ramp, he can try and use that molly. If he doesn't know about the smoke, but he'll work that out sooner rather than later. Paz is wrapping up her and just instant execution. Not even waiting a second, just takes him down while running. Space Soldiers off to that CT pistol. They start things in favor, but the bomb went down. So Heroic will be buying up on the 3rd round, we can only assume, if they eco the next.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, this is how the strategy works, right? You buy 1 smoke, 1 Molotov, and maybe a flashbang. Oh, sorry, smoke and Molotov, 400, 300. Yep, smoke Molotov. You smoke sandwich, you send Yugi out on his lonesome, trying to see if you can get the first frag, or sell a fake, or draw the second player from B towards A, so there's 4 there. Problem is, if Yugi doesn't find the first frag, or he takes too long to make enough ruckus, what happens? You know, Paz, Engine, they stay towards B, and the issue is the smoke counters the Molotov. You have the defuse kit as well. It nullifies any real potential for that strategy. But then again, Heroic, they get the bomb down, gonna go for the full eco. Snappy and Nico finding frags for Heroic, which means they can invest into the Deagles, but apart from that, saving into round number 3 where they're gonna have the AKs.
This is a bit of a range for an MP7, even against armorless players. But I'm sure if all players, Xantares can make it work. However, it seems like Heroic are looking towards upper instead, and mainly Yugi's walking down the ramp with the P250. And here we go, just burst contact play here. Xantares and Major, the MP7's on deck, looking to do some damage. There's nothing for Major. Xantares will respond. He gets closer up to the site and finds 3 kills. USP out, it's unsilenced, but he's ready to make a noise because there's 2 players up for Heroic, and they're already getting hunted down. Calyx jumping in through the ramp, decapitated by Snappy. And now things have been made interesting. If Snappy can get back up this ramp, he can potentially get himself in a position to find a good afterplant. Smoke down, that's going to give him a bit of room to play with. Xantares on top of the train, though, he'll be able to find his 4th kill. So Space Soldiers, they will come back into the site with a nice retake, but the bomb down 2 rounds in a row for Heroic. They're going to have a good bit of cash for this buy, maybe even an AWP if Yugi saved for it.
I think he bought a Deagle, though. That's the only issue.
He bought a PT50.
You can still buy the issue is right now, if I'm Heroic, there's
Space
2...
Soldiers are still running SMGs.
Exactly. So there's 2 kind of avenues you can go down. Do you get the 5AK buy and then duel the SMGs, knowing you have the firepower advantage with the AKs? Do you buy the AWP and try to play for picks? Or, knowing that you got the bomb down as well, you have extra cash, extra utility, therefore you have the inventory to facilitate a great execution towards outside. So lots of different ways that Heroic can play this. They also have grenades now to run a slow default and play the clock. 2 players going towards B early on. 2 towards T main. Also, you're going to have Snappy as well playing towards T spawn. So he can line up actually smoke towards Electric, and this could be a fast set play towards A.
Calyx and Xantares quick up towards the pop dog. This is interesting. Spray, not going to connect too much. He receives actually more damage than he gives, but that changes as he takes down Rubino through the smoke. Quick burst from Molly to respond, but Xantares is ready, even if Calyx isn't. Second, make that a 3rd kill from Xantares. Yugi's there to trade, but we've still got a man up for Space Soldiers and the AWP in the hands of Paz. Major wrapping from the back of the pop dog, and this is just going to change everything. If he can catch a kill here, this round is over. But Paz caught out maybe over facing, and Yugi, he'll draw it back. Oh my god. 3 kills. Flicks onto the last player up down the Ivy, and Heroic, they get their first round off the board. Great work from Yugi.
From a 2 versus 4, Yugi managing to bring that one back to reality and actually making that one feasible for Heroic. Xantares playing up close towards Pop Dog, towards Team Main, gets the first frag through the smoke. The trade trying to happen. Xantares got the trade onto his teammate, so he's suddenly 2 frags. Again, gets a 3rd frag from the player trying to leave Team Main. But somehow, somewhere, on top of that blue train, Yugi manages just to deny any chance for Space Soldiers.
And Snappy here with a Mac-10 just bursting out to the site, takes down Paz. So already looking to just cause a bit of a distraction on the A site with the bomb wraps through B, but already may just fallen off of this side of the map. So Heroic are going to have it for free. That's a bomb plant in the round, almost guaranteed, but they're not going to take everyone with them because Calyx has just taken down Snappy. Mac-10 dropped in the 2nd player's spot. Up into A main, the bomb plant's yet to go down here for Heroic, but with this plant coming in, this should solidify their chance into this round. Should be a 2-2 here. Question is, how much damage can Space Soldiers get done, and will Heroic give them any more guns? Yugi apparently does not want to.
4 versus 3, obviously, but no Kevlar, no defuse kit. Mac-10 in hand as well for Calyx, so you can try and find some exit frags with the Mac-10. Obviously, each frag you find with that Mac-10, $600 a piece. $600, I mean, enough for the fuse kill into the next round and a flashbang. Molotov as well to try and deny some early presence from Heroic if they want to molly towards Team Main.
But not only that, taking economy away from Heroic as well early into the match is very important for Space Soldiers.
Of course. So, going to the next round though, round number 5. Maxis and Xantares then able to save the Deagle, but obviously no Kevlar, no real difference there. So, Space Soldiers having the cash to buy, but look at the lack of money as well in terms of Molotovs. Calyx might even save the Mac-10 here. Drop the Mac-10 or an M4 to Paz and bar up some extra utility. This is a very hard call right now for Space Soldiers to make.
I think he's actually dropped it over. I think Paz is going to take it, you're right.
So,
I mean, with the money, it makes sense, right? So why not? You save cash, you don't have to buy a UMP. Mac-10 can still get the job done at least. You know, if we saw Heroic do this on the SCT side, but they had the money to go for the rifles. If you don't have the money to go for the rifles, this is preferable to a CZ, in my opinion.
So, Major playing close, getting information. Molly does spot him out, which should draw rotations. Ooh, I would say 2 players rotating off the back of that from Major, maybe a bit overzealous from Space Soldiers, but it will just be the lone rotate from Xantares. Interesting as well to note on this map, usually it's the AWP playing rotate from connector towards B, towards A, but instead it's Paz. Sorry, Xantares, and that's exactly why.
Oh, Modi spotted up in the heavens. He's going to go down to Major. Follows up with a second kill as well. Nico dead in the sight. Rubino all that stands, but it's a triple peek. One of them may have been jumping back into the connector, but they'll still get the frag. Calyx is going to close out the round. The Space Soldiers very confident B defense. Heroic don't even get close to getting the bomb down. And this is a site that's very easy to take, just very hard to hold in the post plant. Heroic don't even get in.
Yeah, sorry, the point I was trying to make was Xantares the rotator, so the Paz, obviously Paz being the AWP is what you expect. I'm trying to think if it was Major or someone else, but someone asked the question as to why is Xantares the rotator on the CT side for Space Soldiers instead of Paz as the AWP? And the reply that was given was, you want to have a player like Xantares, your star player, wherever the action is. Wherever you think the action is going to be dictated, you and Xantares there. And there he is again, landed the headshot again onto Yugi.
Filthy peek though. Yugi just goes for it and Xantares just taps him.
They didn't like each other though, yeah.
Yeah.
Nevertheless though, you can see the aggression come out from Xantares. Very confident after the last matchup. And already though, 6 rounds in, Heroic finding more success than they did over the whole course of Cobblestone. So, 3 towards Ali. Usually when we see 3 towards Ali, it's with an AWP. Where is Yugi's AWP? Towards T main. So, should be a contact play towards Ali from Heroic, or they leave 1 player towards Ali and rotate 2 towards T main. Interesting to see what Heroic do here in this position.
Engine still has a Molotov as well, so if he wants to get that down post the smoke, it could be good, especially with this boost. We've got Rubino caught in the corner, and he's low anyway. Utility usage so far has been good for Space Soldiers, a team known for their good nades. Will that continue? Engine needs to time this right, because Heroic are looking to take this alley control all the way up to the A site. As they split through main in the meantime, it's going to be a 3-pronged attack. Only if Calyx lets Modi into the drop down, and that's not an easy fight to contend with. Xantares peeks out wide, but he won't get enough connection. Engine certainly will make up for it. Yugi's found the opener with the AWP, and it's trades back and forth into a 3-on-2. Modi has taken it back into control of Heroic, but look at the HP left. These players tagged earlier from nades. They're not going to be too happy about this. The Space Soldiers are still in this round. Engine's going to drop another from the back of the CT spawn, and Nico trying to push up. He gets spotted. The gun barrel gives his position away, and Engine will finish it off with Major. Space Soldiers keep things calm and collected as they take their 4th round on the board.
4-2. Seems like Xantares is everywhere on the map right now. Yeah. Close towards team main, rotating in towards B when Heroic decide to go towards B. Bates, I believe it was for Engine as well, towards Ali, so they find the first frag that goes in their favor. He dinks up Yugi as well, which is so important. I don't think we realized actually how important that dink was onto Yugi. You saw how much more reserved he had to play with the AWP. He had to hold angles. He couldn't peek. He couldn't peek towards connector and challenge Major at connector. He couldn't peek in towards, you know, sandwich, stop sign, whatever, because he was dinked up on 10 HP. So, that dink reverberating throughout the whole of the round. Finding success for Space Soldiers, and already they're going to be grouping here, but of course Xantares makes the great rotation. It seems like he's always in the perfect place, the right time, at the right place. So, going off of heaven. Heroic about to be surprised. Yeah,
surprised by Xantares. He's already found Snappy coming down the ramp. Now it's the Heaven Burst. With the bomb drop, they need to get it on the site, but Major's not giving them anything here. 2 kills, make it a 3rd. Bomb trying to get planted. Molotov just in too late. As the last tick comes in, it will take down Yugi, but the plant's found for Heroic, and to be honest, with just Glocks, that was their objective anyway. They found it. $800 at the cost of really nothing for this T side, and it's just going to give them that extra boost as they go forward for this buy. Maybe the AWP can come in as well. We can see that bought up with body armor, not head armor, and Heroic with a good buy here.
I want to see something fast from Heroic. The reason being is, a lot of the times you counter a rush from the CT side by playing far back. You play towards default, you play towards old bomb, play towards stop sign and whatnot, and you let them come into you. Xantares and Calyx are playing so close towards team main. Isolate them with smokes or do something fast and challenge them early on. Flash towards team main and catch them when they're close with their pants down and try to trade those frags. The problem is right now for Heroic is, if they slow the pace this round down, look at how close all of these players are from Space Soldiers. If you walk and play close into Space Soldiers' lair and their crosshair, it's not going to end well in your favor.
Nico has to use his smoke early just to keep himself alive. He gets out of main. Although Yugi's still here. Xantares may be tempted to push, but that would be dangerous with Yugi holding the cross. Actually going to have a bit of an engagement there as well. Nico gets tagged up by more grenades. Space Soldiers just continuing to barrel down damage with these HEs and these Molotovs. They've not even taken gunfights yet, and look at the health of Heroic. 13 on Nico, 61 on Yugi. Not a good way to start off a round. Now Major holds a corner towards long. That's perfect for Modi. He stops right as Major takes a shot. And Space Soldiers, again, a man advantage.
This can't get any better right now for Space Soldiers. You have your AWP towards Sandwich, holding the close angle. Calyx in towards Popdog. And look, Calyx now should be so effective.
Oh, flash in, he moves out, comes back in the right time as well. 2 kills from Calyx. Oh, third! He catches Nico pushing out of main just a second too late. And look at the awareness there. He takes both kills, doesn't spot anything else for the next millisecond, so he just flicks back towards main. He knows what Heroic are trying to do. He knows how they're trying to attack him.
You can't ask for anything better there from Space Soldiers. You take control of team main. You have your AWP play towards Sandwich with the AWP, so you have close team main control. You have all of Pop control. You then have Engine jiggle peeking towards Ali, so you have Ali control, and you have Zentara as a major towards B. Your setup, your CT side setup, simply does not get better than that. I can't express this enough. Heroic are giving too much room right now for Space Soldiers, basically to do whatever they want. Zentara is everywhere on the map where it needs to be. Heroic, right now, have 2 minutes into this round. Are you going to win it? Potentially not. Discuss the issues. We need to see a pause ASAP from Heroic, in my opinion, because they need to work out how to counter the forward positions right now from Space Soldiers.
And we're 9 rounds in and seeing our first A-site smoke execute here from Heroic in a while. Paz, he's going to kick things off with the AWP. Oh, nearly follows up. That was a miss somehow. Seems like you just got away from that angle. Although a nice flip from Paz just to follow up, maybe even a third this time. Bomb does get planted. Heroic have been doing a very good job at getting that extra $800 bonus, and they're actually getting kills with it. Paz is going to follow up with the AWP to keep things in tow for Space Soldiers, but still this is being made costly. Snappy 2 frags, almost gets out of there alive, but Engine will hunt him down with a pistol, whips him, and that'll be the round for Space Soldiers. But I mean, they had barely any investment. Heroic got 4 kills. As far as they're aware, that's a good round.
Yeah, good round in terms of damaging the economy for Space Soldiers. Strengthening your own as well by getting the bomb plant, injecting $800 across the board onto all 5 players into round number 10. Now then, 2-7. I would like to see a pause just because right now for Heroic, what do you call? You know the Space Soldiers are playing so close towards Electric, towards Sandwich, in towards Popdog. Do you flash over team main, have Yugi peek for the cross so we can try catch catch Calyx or catch Zentara's crossing to Popdog? Do you have him go for the B upper pick? You know that Mage has been playing towards B upper. Do you try and go for a B upper take off of B towards Heaven? This is such a hard call right now for Heroic to make.
Well, it looks like A is their destination for the time being, but it's hardly a commitment. They've got T main control. Zentara's close as ever. Yugi's very scared of this angle because he knows of the potential. Nades in, won't connect, and Yugi gets closer now. Maybe hearing the footsteps of Zentara start to back off. And Calyx getting smoked down, mollied in the Popdog. Zentara somehow lines up 2 kills, and look at that bomb position, Snods. That is horrible if you're Heroic.
3 versus 5. Zentara as well, the hat-trick of frags. 5 versus 2. With a minute left on the clock, Heroic potentially putting the trigger too early towards Team A and then taking a duel you definitely do not want to face.
Yeah, Snappy now just trying to regain the control that they lost earlier in the round. But I mean, this is a position that should be held by the T's anyway, but instead it's held by Engine, not giving Snappy an inch. And now Modi, he's got to walk a mile all the way back to spawn to try and get back into A main. He's got 47 seconds left. He could save realistically, but you're just going to want the loss bonus at this point. You're going to want to stay in tow with your team in terms of economy, because even if you save, next round's an eco for Heroic. They didn't get a bomb plant. Yes, they've got max loss, but everyone else is going to be eco, so you want to be on the same kind of wavelength so your money can sync up. Modi's being hunted, just trying to do some damage, but Calyx coming around the corner will clean it up. It's 8-2 for Space Soldiers. At least it's not as dominant as the previous map, but so far I don't see too much difference.
Yeah, five players staying alive from the last round, so having the double up investment, not needing to reinvest into anything is going to be so pivotal in keeping the money afloat going forward for the remainder of this first half on Train. 8-2 scoreline, 6-round deficit now for Heroic into round number 11. You need to be thinking right now if you're Heroic, okay, do we do a fast rush towards outside and try and see if we can blind Zentara's or trade that frag? Because the problem is right now, Zentara's getting 1 kill, it's going to happen. But the fact he gets a second, a third, a fourth, where are the trade frags right now from Heroic? Whenever we watch Space Soldiers play Hugo, it seems like their spacing is so close together, right? Similar to a Virtus Pro action on the T sides where they're so close, they're so great at trading frags. And the reason that's so important is because when you're coming up versus players with very good individual skill, you can counter that skill just by trading the frags. You don't have to take individual 1 versus 1s time and time again. Instead, try and get those trade kills in your favor. But let's see. Is it going to be a fast play? No. Instead, going to be 1 player towards Ali. It's going to be Yugi. This time lacking the AWP. Put onto a UMP. So, already worse for wear here for Heroic.
Oh, Paz hits a shot, not Major, but still an opener regardless. Major actually gets traded as he peeks up towards B upper. No need to go for the re-peek there, to be honest. I think that's just confidence. Yeah. It's 8-2 up. But that's now put them back into a 4-on-4, so a bit of a compromising situation. The Space Soldiers have to rotate to B, and they're actually going to push only one player. Make that now 2. With Paz coming with the AWP as well, Space Soldiers well equipped down towards this lower site.
But they can do this, Hugo, because look at where Calix is again. Pushed in towards Popdog. You now have Engine leaving Ali. Smart play considering they actually heard so many steps towards Whitehall's. He can now spot towards Team Main once they come out. Also, Calix isn't showing towards Team Main, so they can actually allow Heroic to walk out or run out Team Main.
Uh-oh.
How does he still win that duel in terms of health?
I mean, he barely gets tagged. He puts Modi down on 2, and now, if Xantaro's just creates a distraction, Calix could even just climb up and finish his kill. Xantaro is continuing the push. He knows the damage he's inflicted, and he wants to clean up his first kill. Paz, AWP defense from the site as well. We're going to hear Rabina wrap all the way around Brown Train. Maybe he's going to catch a player off guard, but there's a man on Electric that doesn't seem to realize he's run right past. Rabino is going to find the angle. There's everyone here. They can line up, but he gets nothing. Oh. Tags to everyone, but kills to none. He goes down, and that's 9 on the board for the Turkish. When does this stop, Snods? Or will it not?
You know, all these teams having to make roster changes after the major, before Pro League started, you can see as well. I mean, if you're Heroic, LDLC,
it's the teams that have kept their rosters are looking good.
Exactly, well, expected, yeah. But I think if you're teams like LDLC and Heroic, you should be booking your games later on. I mean, obviously you have to play in the first week, I understand that, but try and have the majority of your games. Oh, but then all the tournaments that come up soon as well.
To be honest, it's probably trying to get games in as soon as possible so you can fit in all those other events. It's so hard in the current climate, but Heroic bomb down on B. Aggression from Snappy as well. He's picked up a Mac 10, but he's not going to be able to get anything done with it. Him dead after only 1 kill, and now Space Soldiers on the retake again. B site, very easy site to retake, but Yugi's holding an angle down towards B. Not going to work out. Calix catches him, and another frag. Expected stuff here from Calix. Nico is being surrounded. Even with 1 kill, I'd be surprised. But look at there, Calix, just the way he takes that fight. He knows that he doesn't need to get this 3rd kill. He knows he doesn't need the highlight. He bait peeks, forces Nico to shoot, make sure he's checking his position. Then Xantaros comes in for the kill. Just great teamwork from Space Soldiers, keeping as many guns alive as they can. And 10-2, money is still looking great.
Seems like it's shaping up in the exact same way we saw on Cobblestone. Double-digit half already for Space Soldiers. Now then, another buy coming up from Heroic. Orp onto Yugi this time, so maybe they can try and work off of that towards Ali. I'd like to maybe see an Ali default. Yugi towards Ali. 2 players walking up, they contact up with the Orp and they try to play for frags.
Yeah.
Then again, it's so difficult right now.
I love it when players do that and actually succeed, sitting in the molly to wait for the peak, but they're too aware of that. However, not aware of Major. He pushes up the ramp. So Modi's already dead, and Space Soldiers, again, another round with a man advantage, easily, untraded. Calix may be able to find a 2nd kill as well. Snappy's was baiting with the foot on the top of the ladder. Heroic still not much map control to contend with. They've not even got Team Main here, so that gives more options for Space Soldiers with aggression. But to be honest, the only aggression we've really seen from the CT side is just holding down that pop door with Calix. They've pushed a bit up into B Main, but this time Calix gets flashed out of position.
Both blind there, close range towards Pop. Calix still on 100 HP. Snappy down to 28. Lining up the smoke towards Green Train, I believe. Actually, no. Where does the smoke land? Is it stop sign?
Maybe it's deep,
by red?
Deep CT.
Yeah, I think it's towards stop sign, but nevertheless, put a stop to this, please, Xantares. 2 frags again towards Ali.
Oh.
5 versus 2.
Oh, I almost thought he was going to hit that 1 shot on the cross. Nico survives another day, but there's only 30 seconds left of this one because now he's got to make a play towards the A site to get this bomb down. Nice pre-aim. That's a good shot onto Paz to open up, but he's got to do a hell of a lot more. Ooh. And they line up. That is something you hate to see if you're Heroic. 2 kills for Engine, 11 rounds on the board. Again, Space Soldiers not stopping.
Heroic going to be going for the force buy, even though that Yugi only had $3,600. Going to be buying a scout. Okay. This is ridiculously difficult now. I mean, it was difficult before when Xantares was running amok towards Team Main and you had Calix pushing in towards Popdog. They had all this information. Heroic, where's the double molly take towards Popdog? Where's the, execution towards outside? Where's the, B contact play, you smoke down lower and you try and attack Major and Xantares? Where's the split, the default into a split towards Popdog, Team Main, Ali, and you pincer the A bomb site from all 3 positions?
Yeah, and this is a map that Heroic play as well.
Exactly.
That's the crazy
thing. They're just walking out through Team A and being decimated.
This is a map they should be able to play, so I'm just very surprised. It seems like they've lost confidence here. That's just what's happening in our matches, apparently. Snods LDLC having a struggle yesterday, and Heroic definitely struggling so far today. If you missed the first map, it was a 16-1.
Yes.
In favour of Space Soldiers. Surprise, surprise there. And now we're seeing a similar story. 11-2 up, looking to close out this game. It's Heroic trying to find the last 2 rounds of this T side. That's why they forced up even with the scout over the AWP. They don't want to walk into the next half with 3 rounds. They're aiming for 4, but will they even get 1 more? It's going to be Space Soldiers waiting. 50 seconds on the clock. Heroic just trying to contend with this drop down, but the smoke in position, they can't push any further. Modi flash down. Calyx has been so good in this angle as well. We've got Engine on top of the train, and Paz, no one on Ivy to worry about. He can actually do some work as well. Calyx is pushed out. Paz will respond. 2 kills on the Heroic side. It's the best odds they had all day, but Paz will trade that away. Shoot to the body falling off the top. Bomb down, sorry. And Xantara is following up with another kill. It's Major with the smoke push. Surely that'll work out in his favor. Everyone getting low, but Snappy actually responds. He's found a kill. Xantara needs to hit the shot, but he doesn't spot the player crossing below him. So now Heroic in a 2v2, and Xantara is death from above. Modi gets caught, and Snappy...
Save.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do here. A 1v2, Molotov will cut off his position. He can't push it with 10 HP. They can just jump on the bomb. They know where he is. And they have. He sat in the molly. Okay, molly spread. That's things players don't realize. Molly spread for all 7 seconds of their duration. Even in the last second of the molly, it will still be spreading in size. Somewhere. Not in all directions, but in one direction. That was the direction to kill the last player in the connector. 12-2 for Space Soldiers, looking very good.
10-run advantage here for Space Soldiers. Double AWP setup as well coming out once again. Actually, Engine, Paz. We saw Major AWPing towards the B-bomb side, so it might be a double AWP setup towards outside. Smoke towards Sandwich and towards Electric Box coming up from Heroic. It's going to force and draw out the Molotov, so that's something.
And Major aggression. We've not seen much of this towards B. Xantara has shown it once, but Modi expects it the second time. So Major gets killed, and Rubino finds an entry. This is good for Heroic. They've got the man advantage. They force back the AWP with the smokes. But Paz has been good at pulling these rounds back, and he'll try again. Him and Engine both hit the shot with the AWP and pull this back into the favor of Space Soldiers. Again, Heroic, man advantage not going their way. And now they've swapped into an uncomfortable position. Rubino will kill the player on the site, but there's still 2 more AWPers left. Has fallen back towards CT, knowing his limits, but he's holding close, and he could hit this flick shot. But with Snappy opening a kill towards B, it's very likely we'll try and just see Nico hit that connector. Oh, sorry, Rubino hit that connector and try and rotate.
1 versus 2. Bomb planted for Heaven as well. Paz rotating in. Actually, we'll get the M4 as well. Drop for him, just in case they need to go for the retake for this exact reason.
Yeah, but will he make a lot of noise? I think Snappy's heard him there. He's going to be ready for it at least. He hits a shot. So Heroic, 3 rounds and a half. They do find the final one, so not too bad at least, but not a great T-side. The thing is, again, this is one of those maps where you're not expected to get a lot of rounds on T-side, but 3, it's so dependent on that pistol round. That's the issue.
I said as well, I was like, for Rubino, bringing in a roster change onto train T-side is very hard to try and implement that sort of instant change into your game style and how you want to play. In terms of executions, we saw none. Obviously, they don't have time to set up the executions on train.
Yeah.
In terms of defaults, it's very, very rugged and mismatched. It wasn't a normal 2-1-2 default where you have, you know, your AWP +1 towards Ali, you have 1 rifle hold towards team main, play passive, you have 2 towards B upper, they get Heaven control, B upper control, they then together as a 2-man unit take control of Pop Dog, they force Calyx out, and then suddenly you've got Pop Dog, you've got team main, you have Ali, and you can attack the A side from all 3 positions. That's not, you know, I mean, systematic teams, you know, SK. Cloud9 to some degree, but teams like Big, for example, tactical-minded teams love that sort of strategy, defaults into map control, into, obviously, eventual plays, executes.
Yeah, I'm very impressed so far. Space Soldiers looking good. We're going to be finishing off this map, see if Heroic can try and pull things back on their CT side, but they've got a long road ahead of them. Snappy sitting close. And Space Soldiers, they set up fast in A main, but they're not going to go for any kind of contact play. They wait. With lots of utility, they're just going to be throwing it over. That's Engine and Calyx on the nades. And already Engine's found a kill. Modi got aggressive towards B, and he's going to get punished for it. In fact, Engine doubles down, so Modi and Snappy both dead in the B halls. It's going to be trades back to a 3-on-3 with Space Soldiers receiving a lot of damage, so they've still got to be careful. Shots with the USP connect for a kill from Engine, but Major is also going to follow up. Now he's in a 1v1. Bomb in the open, but so is Rubino. He gets spotted. 21 HP, Major playing mind games, and, well, the best player for it.
1 versus 1. Minute left on the clock here, so Rubino has to be paranoid about a potential flank behind towards Ali. Going towards Heaven would be a smart decision. Can get an off angle and maybe get the drop on Major, but obviously 21 points of health. He has to land the headshot fast.
He's just waiting here. I mean, he has no reason to go for anything aggressive. Wait, you've got plenty of time. He spots Rubino up in the heavens. Oh, surely he's going to hit the shot. Wallbangs, he's so low. Rubino sitting on 5 points of health, but Major only needs 1 bullet to finish off the job. Back to the same angle, 30 seconds left. Still not worried for time just yet with the bomb in such an open position, but look at this timing. Rubino's wrapping Ivy, and Major will just catch him. Space Soldiers, a 13th round on the board, and I mean, that's all hope lost for Heroic, isn't it?
Pretty much. 10-round advantage now for Space Soldiers. You factor in as well the fact that Heroic are now forced to basically force buy for the rest of this game. They need rounds on the board as soon as possible. If you save, you give away match point, essentially. So, it's going to be the force buy coming out from Heroic. 13-3. Now for Space Soldiers, obviously, going for those heavy investments in terms of the SMGs, AKs as well. Fast play, they're going to be running down Heroic.
Xantara's holding the angle to see if anyone will cross to the pop. If no one does, he can take that control, or one of his teammates can at least. There's lots of close Olaf players here for Heroic in the sandwich, and Yugi towards the back with the scout. So damage is being done here by Heroic. Let's not take that away. Look at Major Xantara's, and already Rubino taking down Engine. But can they clean up the kills? Because we've seen Space Soldiers in a lot of compromising positions that they somehow managed to pull themselves out of. Arm down, Calix's head almost spotted over the top of the train. Nico will see it. Oh, and he'll hit the dink as well. Killing Calix has now made a massive difference into this round. Space Soldiers are very split up here, so trades are going to be difficult. Paz spotted, so Nico now going to try and sandwich on this position. Paz takes the kill, so again, another man still in the favor of Space Soldiers, and now they know where Rubino is as well. He won't find the kill. Snappy comes in with the scout instead, but there's running out of time. They have no kit left on the CT side to play with, and none dropped on the floor. Rubino will drop Major, but Xantara's, he doesn't need to peek, and they know it. They're just going to run away. They can't even fight this round. It's Xantara's, and he doesn't even need to get a kill. Space Soldiers on the edge of victory here in map number 2.
14-3. Oh, actually, we'll deny the save from Xantara's, but obviously at this point, their money's going to be plentiful versus the likes of Heroic. $1,900 is all Heroic have to work with now. They're going to have to force buy it again. 16-1. We could be looking at a 16-3 as well. Incredible performance from the debut of Space Soldiers in Pro League. And, you know, think about how hard fought Space Soldiers had to, I mean, the arduous journey to get here as well. Think about all the times of the Mountain Dew League, you know, playoff runs they had, playing at the finals as well, losing out constantly and in those best of threes to qualify.
Winning the season prior to this one's LAN.
And losing the relegation match or whatever it was.
It didn't offer a slot to Pro League. So
now it does.
Couldn't get in, but yeah, they have this time, and they're certainly proving that they're of the level to be. Trouncing Heroic in 2 maps so far, and that doesn't look like it's bound to change, to be honest. Heroic with a very, very forced up by CZ, Deagle, WMP, and Scout. Utility is just missing here from this CT side, but you can't blame them wanting to go for guns over that. At this point, Snappy forced out of the pop dog, but Space Soldiers flashing their way in. Will Snappy be able to step up to the mark? Yes, 2 kills, and he's got his teammates up in A main aggressive as well, so he doesn't have to worry about that. However, Ivy is going to be where the real worry comes. As 3 players work their way up from Space Soldiers, Rubino is going to be the first line of defense here on the CT side, and there's just no defense to be had. Xantara takes his head off, and they actually may wrap the B bomb site here. That would be quite a clever play. I wonder if Heroic are going to work it out. Although they have pushed down old bombs, so it seems like Space Soldiers will be continuing towards A for the time being, but Heroic in a retake setup.
I believe Rubino saw all the players on death cam as well. All 3 players remaining from Space Soldiers towards old bomb. Bomb being planted as well. No defuse kits. Actually, defuse kit there for Nico. Spamming through the smoke, puts Calix onto low HP.
Yeah, 20 health left on the man. Xantara's luckily will make up for it, but no one's exposed to Yugi. He's coming from the back lines. Actually, Xantara's maybe in a bit of an off angle, but he gets himself into the corner in time just as Yugi gets there. That could have been scary, and Calix is flanked round Yugi as well. Doesn't seem to matter. Xantara's gets the job done, and Engine from Heaven just shooting down shots. Snappy is all that remains between Space Soldiers and their 15th round, their map and match point here for these two map series. Engine's done it, and Space Soldiers, they found 15. I think this is going to be the closeout. Heroic don't have the money. They've been, as you said, force buying since they lost the pistol round. And that's just not enough. I mean, 4K on Rubino, that's the only silver lining here. Snappy 3700 can't even buy nades or head armor.
If you remember as well in the prelude before this even started, Hugo, I said, what happens when Nico and Yugi don't step up?
Yeah.
And right now we're winning.
Rubino's top fragging.
Yeah, exactly. 3 frags, I believe, for Nico. 6 as well for Yuki. And yes, you can have your supportive core of Rubino, Modi, Snappy to facilitate the star players on Heroic. But if they're not shining, there's nothing really to write home about. And you know, you can't really sing their praises in this scenario, being 15-3 down versus Space Soldiers' debut.
Yeah, what a great debut this is. Both new teams, as we said earlier, very, very strong into their first matches, although this round is not the same. Heroic have actually taken a pick, or at least Modi has. He's upgraded to an AK. Still not worrying for Space Soldiers. They pulled themselves out of a 3v5 mess in the previous round. In fact, they're going to have to do it again. Nico, he's taking a kill of the Pop Dog. Will get traded from Paz wrapping in through the bathroom. So Space Soldiers still at least pulling things back somewhat favorably. Not, well, in terms of weaponry, yes, but Heroic have now started to scavenge guns off the bodies of these dead players, and Snappy's actually going to pull a headshot in through the smoke of Paz. So, bomb down for Major. Molotov on Calyx could play the heaven position here, and Heroic trying to rotate back in. 2 through connector, 1 through the CT spawn, and 1 already in the B-bomb site. Heroic, surely they can win this round. The Space Soldiers, as the smoke fades, it's all going to be on this kill. Major, he can't find it. Calyx spotted it as well. Modi, that's a big round for him. 3 kills.
Heroic right now, prolonging the inevitable, it seems. 15-4, still going to be 11 match points, obviously, for Space Soldiers going forward, so no real worry so far here for the Turks going forward. Pretty much got this one in the bag. For Heroic, at least they can get a bit more experience and officials with this 5-man unit, sorry. What are the next games, actually? I wonder, who got today? Hellraisers, Fanatics. Oh, it's Space Soldiers that play twice, not Heroic. Okay, so... Yeah. Obviously, if you are the new roster, bringing in your new player, changing and switching up roles and whatnot, always good to get some officials early on just to experiment, try new things, and see what works for you. Because obviously, when you change one player, it also affects everyone else as well, potentially, in terms of roles, in terms of positionings, in terms of your map pool as well, potentially. You won't be seeing Cobblestone become a staple for Heroic if it's very comfortable for Rubino. But obviously, after the decimating performance from Space Soldiers, that might actually subdue that.
Yeah, very safe play from Space Soldiers to just eco this one. I mean, they're 15-4 up. They could just force. They had about 2,500 on some of the players. You know, that's enough for a UMP and armor and just a B-bomb site burst. But they're playing reserved. Heroic are going to get a chance to pad their stats and build up another round on the board, as this should be their fit. Very little resistance from Space Soldiers, although I say... Caster's Curse. Calyx finds a headshot to Snappy to keep things even, but that should be one of the few kills that we see from Space Soldiers here. They really aren't well equipped. Yes, the Eagles are great, but unarmored, tagged up already. The 2 best players on Space Soldiers, low HP, and Heroic very well equipped for this fight. It's going to be a wrap back down towards A with the Pop Dog taking control of and the bomb held by Space Soldiers. And Torres, is he throwing that back up? No, he's just waiting for Calyx, just showing him his new package. It is Valentine's Day after all.
4 versus 4.
Very passive.
What do you reckon Zentaros would buy Calyx for his birthday?
I don't know. I honestly, I don't have a witty response for that, Snods. Do you have an idea?
New pair of glasses, maybe? Though he's got some nice specs.
Really? I haven't seen him.
How else could you buy him? Don't know, he's a hard guy. He seems like he has what he needs, do you know what I mean?
I know what I get Major.
What'd you get Major?
Some more hairspray. That guy always has slick hair, dude.
That is true. He's going to need a lot of it as well, every single day, you know.
Yeah, and dye as well. He's got those
oh yeah, it's a blonde, isn't it?
Blonde tints in the top. I like it.
Yeah, true.
Very stylish man, Zantares. 24 kills this map, though. He's having no issue dispatching of the Danes, the lone Swede and the Norwegian. A bit of a mix here now for Heroic with the addition of Rubino. Let's see if they can fight any longer, if Space Soldiers will be able to close out this map. Major's looking to do so. He's already found a kill down Ivy. And in fact, Yugi's been forced back. Smoke down. Oh, how does he not hit that shot? Calyx is so ready for it. Snappy with the secondary orb does come in with a response, but they're still down a man. And being down a man means Space Soldiers may be able to just hit into this B site. Nico's rotated back towards it, but he's still the only line of defense. They're going to walk down ramp. He sees them all. He finds one, but Zantares, again, his 25th kill of this map in only 20 rounds. Bomb down and a 2-on-3 retake.
Diffuse kits though for the CT side. Molotov onto Modi. Can maybe flush out a play and try and force us into a 2 versus 2. Snappy has to be so worried about the late rotation coming up from Calyx. But little does he know, Calyx going in towards Connector, coming behind Modi. Doesn't even need to happen. Zantares and Pads find 1 kill apiece. 26 frags, as you said before, onto Zantares. And there you have it. First matchup of the day, swiftly over. 16-5, 16-5, yeah. So Very simple, and yeah, it seems like we've had so many blowouts so far on the B stream.
It's crazy, right? I think the next game is one that I hope will go closer, but I'm not too sure.
Fnatic, yeah,
right?
you'd hope. Yeah, exactly.
That's a classic matchup. That's a Pro League matchup in my eyes. I think two very good teams, and you know, even with Hellraisers having a new player addition, obviously Bondic recently joining, I think that's a great pickup. And while we haven't seen too much of them yet, they beat Na'Vi yesterday on one of the maps. I think they're still a strong team, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was a 1-1 map split, but that's over. That's coming up, sorry. Let's talk about what's over. Space Soldiers Heroic. Obviously a very dominant 2-0. Great showing for Space Soldiers to come into their first day of Pro League. We're going to be seeing a little bit more from them later on. And with this confidence, with them 2-0ing Heroic, they're going to be up against LDLC, who showed nothing yesterday. They could be 4-0 off the second day of EPL.
Oh, that's great for Space Soldiers as well. Getting the must-wins, essentially. Space Soldiers is a team that wants to aim to try and gain that top 6 position.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be having your clean 2-0s versus your Heroics, a team that's going to finish around 8th or 10th, and that could be a major factor going into the latter portions of, you know, Season 7 of Pro League, where because of the early 2-0s versus the likes of Heroics or a Goes, that can really transition later on and be an advantage later down the line.
Yeah, definitely. And let's have a little brief chat about this Hellraisers Fnatic matchup coming next. It's going to be on Overpass on Inferno.
Just real quick, I want to say,
okay.
I want to draw the conclusion. Obviously, we've had yesterday with LDOC, it was 16-5, 16-5, 16-2, and a 16-9, I believe. Or 11, sorry, yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, exactly, right. From LDOC, right? So a blowout from LDOC, versus LDOC, sorry. Today we've seen Heroic get absolutely stomped by Space Soldiers, 16-5 and 16-2, sorry. 16-1 even on Cobblestone. I just want to say this, right? In terms of the future prospects, you now have Rubino in for S-Tag, and obviously Logan in for Existence. So I want to see your stance on this as well, right?
Yeah.
In terms of improvement and seeing the future for both these teams, I feel like there is a good future for Heroic in terms of trying to battle out between this tier 2 level of Counter-Strike. Are they ever going to be a top 8 team in the world? Probably not. Can they be top 10, you know, get into some top 8s of some big lands? Yes, I believe they can, 3-4 months down the line. But for LDOC, where does your stance lie?
Well, we were having this conversation as well after the broadcast, or even on the broadcast. You know, with Heroic, we go, okay, right, who's the star players? We have Nico, we have Yugi, we have supportive roles like Snappy, Modi, and Rubino who can kind of come in to assist.
Yeah.
We looked at LDLC and we go, who's the star player there? Alex, if he shows up. Tuanu's super inconsistent. You can't always rely on a lurker to be able to pick up kills because it relies on your team to be able to actually open up bomb sites. And who on that team can open up bomb sites? Logan looked okay, at least in terms of aim, but we don't know what to expect.
So much experience required,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Maniac is I don't know, he's never been a flashy player in my eyes. Devil, who I'd say is actually one of the better players on the team, has now moved to cooling, so that's going to take away from him actually being able to frag heavy. So where is the firepower on this roster? That's my issue with LDOC. I know you share the same thoughts.
Yeah, in terms of the future, I think there is a bright one for Heroic, but obviously they have the R-Fresh facilities that they have is so professional. They're so good at facilitating talent and nurturing good teams. And conversely as well for LDOC, so hard to see a great future. You know, you have Snappy, you have Ava's the coach now? Yes, Ava's the coach of Heroic. You know, there's a real future for this team. The problem is right now for LDOC, I really want to see them do well, but I just can't put stock into. I wouldn't put my money in them.
I don't like their lineup. I don't like their lineup.
Yeah.
Maybe they can surprise us. Hopefully they'll improve.
I just want to have that chat. You know, obviously we've had blowout games, but from different ends.
Yeah. Maybe they'll improve later. Maybe we'll see them put up some scores versus Space Soldiers. But that really is later. However, the next matchup is going to be Heroic. Hellraisers versus Fnatic.
Hellraisers Fnatic.
We'll see you after the break, and that will be quite a big game on Overpass. So we'll see you after that.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel.